invitation, so that if you didn't get a copy tonight, don't worry about it. We're going to send it out to you.
What does that mean, convention center listserv?
The way
for
we
us
circulated,
technically?
the way we circulated this invitation for tonight's event, which got certainly made its way
We got it
around.
through our resident manager, not through any
Okay,
convention.
then your resident manager is on a mailing list that the convention center uses to inform neighbors, businesses, and residents about events at the convention center that might impact them. So we'll send it out through that same service.
They will never reproduce this for all of us. They won't.
Perhaps they'll post it on the bulletin board. I know most of the buildings have a bulletin board. If you'd like to get one directly, we can address that with the convention center and get their listserv. I have a gentleman up here who's been waiting.
Are you making copies of it now, sir?
They are. On
They are.
That's what.
I'm interested to know how much noise
I have. Okay. I can't answer the first question. I have no way of predicting how much noise the conference is going to create. I can tell you that the main hours of activity, we will have things happening around the clock, of course, in the convention center, but the main hours of activity, meeting hours, which is the heavy flow of people in and out, and that, quite frankly, is the greatest impact when we have a lot of people coming and going, will be normal business hours. Normal business hours.
Matthew,
Please.
I can speak to that. I'm Laura Wills. I'm with the State Department. And just to give you a rough idea of the schedule for the week, the only time the convention center will really be used actively is during the day. So the meetings will start at approximately 9 in the morning, and then they'll end whenever the ministers have completed their work for the day, probably around 5, and then they'll depart. So, and that will be from Tuesday through Friday.
so you're not planning any real big activities out on that barge?
No evening events. It's minister motorcades arriving at the site. It's buses are bringing the delegates to the facility so that they can have their meetings. It's not loud noises unless there's some protest that we don't know about. Okay?